Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is a B2 level ESL lesson, and today we're going to be learning how to check for understanding using questions to check for understanding. So what skills do you need? So I'm going to explain something to you. Are you good at learning new information? Do you prefer reading instructions or listening to a person who explains the instructions? Are you a good teacher? And when was the last time you explained something to someone? And you can answer these questions in the comments to generate some conversation. Sam and Louise are learning about their new jobs while doing their jobs. What do you think they are learning to do? Today is Sam's first day as a chef at Lorenzetti's, and Louise has just started her new position. Looks like she is doing some carpentry work or woodworking. So now explain how to do one of these tasks or choose your own. You have 2 minutes to explain the task and give as much detail as possible. Use your imagination. You can use an app on your phone, explain how to use an app on your phone, explain how to use your washing machine, how to use a coffee machine, or something else. And how can you check that the person understands your instructions? All right, so here we have a certificate presented to Joe Allenby. So what did Joe learn? It says he has completed Food Safety Level 1 at the Institute of Food, Beverage, and Hotel Management. And why would Joe need this certificate? And what kind of job is he interested in? All right, so listen to Joe and his supervisor, and then you'll answer these questions. What do Joe and his supervisor talk about? What is the supervisor explaining to Joe? And the supervisor uses language to check that Joe understands him. What phrase does the supervisor use? So let's listen.
Okay, you have completed the Food Safety Level 1 course, haven't you? It's important to follow the rules when you're working in the kitchen.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so when you start your shift, what's the first thing you need to do? You need to wash your hands, right? Do you get that?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And don't use hand sanitizers, okay? They don't work as well. You need to wash your hands properly. Have you got that?
Absolutely. No hand sanitizers.
And wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, so what are they talking about? They're talking about the things that he needs to do on his shift. He's explaining the importance of following the food safety rules. And he uses phrases like, do you get that? You got that? And is that clear? Now complete the dialogue, and then you can listen when you're ready to check your answers.
Okay, you have completed the Food Safety Level 1 course, haven't you? It's important to follow the rules when you're working in the kitchen.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so when you start your shift, what's the first thing you need to do? You need to wash your hands, right? Do you get that?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And don't use hand sanitizers, okay? They don't work as well. You need to wash your hands properly. Have you got that?
Absolutely. No hand sanitizers.
And wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Is that clear?
Yes.
Right, so Joe's supervisor explains hygiene. So you're going to listen and answer the questions.
And after you've washed your hands, you need to dry them, okay? With a paper towel.
Right.
So you need to wash and dry your hands properly when you first arrive, when you use the washroom, when you have a break, and whenever you touch meat, fish, or poultry. Is that understood? It's essential that we keep everything as hygienic as possible.
Yes, I get it.
Okay, good. And on the subject of basic hygiene, what should you do if food falls on the floor?
Right, so the supervisor uses two expressions to check Joe's understanding. What are they? He says, okay, and is that understood? In what order do they talk about the images A through D, and what do they say about them? So D is first. He needs to dry his hands with a paper towel. Then A, after a break, he needs to wash his hands again. Then C, handling poultry. He needs to wash his hands after handling poultry. And then he asks him what he should do if food falls on the floor. And according to the supervisor, what is essential to keep everything as hygienic as possible? And what is the final question? And what do you think the answer is? And the final question is what to do if food falls on the floor. And hopefully Joe's answer will be to throw it away and then wash his hands again. All right, so listen to Joe and the instructor and then answer the questions.
And on the subject of basic hygiene, what should you do if food falls on the floor?
Well, it depends, doesn't it? According to the 3-second rule, if you pick it up in less than 3 seconds, it should be all right.
What? Haven't you been listening to anything I've been saying about the importance of hygiene? There is no such thing as the 3-second rule. Do you understand?
Okay, if you say so.
If food falls on the floor, you should throw it away. Immediately. Understood?
Yeah, sure.
Are you sure you completed the Food Safety Level 1 course?
Well, it was a while ago.
I'd like to see your certificate. Can you bring it into work tomorrow?
Right, so what does the instructor say about the 3-second rule? So there's no such thing. If food falls on the floor, you need to throw it away immediately. Which two expressions does the instructor use to check Joe's understanding? He says, do you understand? And understood. And what does the instructor ask Joe at the end of the recording, and why does he ask it? He asks him if he's completed the course because he isn't sure based on Joe's answers, and then he asks him to bring in his certificate. All right, so now take a look at various expressions that you can use to check understanding. Which expressions are formal and which are informal? So you got that, would probably be more on the informal side. Is that clear? I would say is formal. Do you understand? A little more formal. Understood. Perhaps a little more informal. Is that understood? Formal. And do you get that? Informal. And at the end of a statement, okay and right can be added to make a question. You understood what I said, right? And remember that your intonation needs to rise and fall to make a question. So look at the expressions to explain how to do something. Read the expressions and what are they explaining? It is important to set the alarm when you go out. Remember to check that all the doors are locked when you leave. Make sure to put the trash bins out on Wednesday night. And always remember to close the back gate. So these are all sentences explaining how to do something. So your aunt and uncle are going away for 2 months and they have asked you to look after their property. Aunt Teresa and Uncle Jules are leaving tomorrow. You are going to their house now so that they can show you how to look after everything. They have a typical two-bedroom apartment near the downtown area. And so make a list of all the things that they need to explain. So what do they explain? How to use the washing machine, how to look after their pet, and how to manage the trash and recycling. So you have a conversation with Aunt Teresa. So put the conversation in order. You pause the video, try this on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So A is first. Okay, so there are a couple of things to remember about the trash and recycling. Then E, sure, Teresa, what night do I need to put the trash out? Next is B, well, the trash is collected early Tuesday, so remember to put the bins out Monday evening. Is that clear? And then D is next, easy. What about the recycling? Do I put that out on Monday evening too? And then next is F. No, the recycling is collected every 2 weeks. Put that out next Thursday, okay? And number 6, C. No problem. I got it. Trash on Monday and recycling every second week on Thursday. Now imagine a friend is going to look after your house and explain how to use the washing machine and how to look after your pet. And here are some phrases you can use for explaining. It's important to, remember to, make sure to, always remember to, and don't forget to. And then to check for their understanding, you can ask, is that clear? Have you got it? Do you understand? Is that okay? You got that. Now it's Tanya's first day on the job, and you are responsible for her on-the-job training. Tanya starts working at the reception of the Grand Hotel. Many guests come each day, and Tanya will help them check in. So what is important? What does she have to remember? So make a conversation between Tanya and her supervisor, and you can share that in the comments if you'd like some feedback. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, leave comments, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.